as well.
So the Terps, who have won 6 in a row, already have 4 road wins in conference play, which is a big number this time of year. Cowan trying to create for a fellow freshman. Trimble now attacks, goes right by the big man Potter and scores.
Well, they started Potter in place of Thompson. Thompson really struggled against Iowa. And if you're going to play against Melo Trimble as a big, you're going to have to square your shoulders and keep him in front, because if he gets a crack, you're going to foul him or he's going to get a bucket or both.
And that is an interesting change for Ohio State, because Thompson until Saturday night had been playing so well. Dodd rips away the rebound.
It's not that he didn't love other teams, but this team's youth, this team's enthusiasm, and the fact that Melo Trimble is just leading.
A little nuts here the last few weeks.
Yeah, the problem you have with Ohio State is they make so many mistakes because of laziness. Look at this.
Great pass from Herder. Dodd did not get fouled, followed his own miss, still couldn't score.
Hey, that was pretty good by Potter, and Potter running the floor. He was out of the play, got back in it.
That looked like an easy 2 points for Maryland. Instead, good Ohio State defense. Tate, who's really been Ohio State's best player, gets their first basket.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, he is the most enthusiastic player. Like, he's the only enthusiastic player. Others need to follow his lead in terms of playing with energy and joy.
Taking it personally. Cowan slipped free and scores.
Hey, Cowan just abused Lyle there. He went one step to his right, planted his right foot, and then sprinted to the basket. Jaquan Lyle just nothing there.
And you do wonder in this matchup, Lyle's got size, but he is at a quickness disadvantage no matter who he's matched up against. See if he can use his size on this end of the floor. He gets into the lane, but he traveled.
Not paying attention.
Here's Justin Jackson coming off a huge shooting performance at Minnesota, and he picks up right where he left off.
He was 5 for 5 at Minnesota from the three-point line. And Jackson, sometimes water finds its level and you're going to go 0 for 5 or 0 for 7, but he looked confident right there. He looked like a guy that was carrying that over.
Tate, little shot fake, draws a foul.
Freshman to be able to go in to that environment, and it was
Ohio State. So is Yvonne Bender for Maryland. He's been playing pretty well.
I thought Bender gave him a real lift against Minnesota. He had 8 and 5, and that's a lot from him in limited minutes.
There's Herder. From 3, good.
Hey, he just sprinted. I mean, sprinted off the double screen. Mark Loving kind of didn't see it coming. He was lazy again, and Herder just busted him to the shot.
Cam Williams elevates and answers.
I love that kid. Vinnie Johnson. He's the one guy that you just feel like, man, he can go get 25, Cam Williams.
Super athlete. And he's playing less than 100%. I think he's feeling better now. He's had a thigh problem. There's Herder cutting again. Jackson passed up the 3 to attack the rim and score.
Right by him. Right past him. A little ball movement. Right to left, back to right. And Jackson just whipped all 5 defenders.
So a great start for Maryland. One thing they haven't done real well is start games quickly. They had to come from behind a lot this year. Tate almost had it stolen away. Shot clock under 10. Here's Loving, the senior. Good defense by Herder, and Loving just threw it out of bounds.
Oh, great deep under, but once you touch a big guy, you're done against a good offensive player.
Another good pass was not handled, though, by Bender. I thought he should have caught that. Here's Lyle on the attack. Lyle, good move.
Yeah, Lyle's pretty smooth in transition. You let him get in the lane, he'll make you disappear.
Maryland shooting the ball well. They made 4 straight from the field. Trimble will try to make it 5 short. Loving touched it, though, so it goes out of bounds. Bridges has turned it up a notch. 7 Eastern on Thursday at Nebraska. Cornhuskers coming off a big win against Purdue. So we'll have that one for you on ESPN on Thursday. Never a dull moment in this conference.
No, this has been a ton of fun.
Cowan, that was a good pass from Herder. Missed the 3. Jackson got fouled. That was a foul on Jackson. That was not a great inbounds pass. That's a turnover. Tate off the glass.
Let Tate go left. What he does is he puts his right shoulder into you. He doesn't foul. I think it's a really good move. but he kind of knocks you off. Next thing you know, he's got a layup.
So the Buckeyes, after a slow start, within 2. Trimble gets a screen from Bender and found Jackson 3. Another one.
Hey, he's just lost his mind. Wow. Good for him. 7 in a row. He has hit over the last 2 games and doing it easy.
I mean, you kind of think of him because he's such a good athlete. He's long, he's lean. He's shooting almost 50% from 3 for the year now. Williams missed that one. Jackson rebound. Trimble, I think he likes that matchup with Tate. Used the crossover, found Bender, who missed the layup and missed the follow. Wow, you can't miss that shot.
Offensively, guys.
And you know what, to Molly's point, that's exactly what the scouting report says. Face guard Cam Williams. You see right now, number 1 is doing it. Don't let him go. Don't let him.
Jackson and Wesson in Big Ten action. He's in off the bench for Maryland. Jalen Brantley. We were in Illinois for a game where he saved the Terps. That's a kick ball.
He did. And Sikowski was pretty good early.
Trimble, Thompson helped, so he found Brantley open. Missed the 3. Trimble is setting his teammates up. Not all the shots are going down.
Trimble could have 9 assists right now.
Tate draws another.
Much more tuned than everybody else.
For bad stretches, he said once they start to make mistakes, it snowballs and gets into their head.
One of the problems here. The other problem is Keita Bates-Diop has been out, and I mean he's an all-around player, really good, and that has not helped.
Yeah, arguably their best all-around player,
no doubt.
Trimble, he is the main offensive weapon with this lineup in there. Turns it over. Tate, lead bounce pass to Williams.
Hey, Williams played as hard as Tate right there. Williams went flying in front of us. And I mean like like Usain Bolt. And next thing you know, beats everybody down the court.
And that's your 4-man with the pass, too.
And he went hard, and I think Williams went right with him.
That is an off game for us tonight when we're done here. And after this next break, by the way, did you know this? Brent's going to join us. We're going to talk to him.
I did, and I can't wait. He is a broadcast idol of mine. I remember him when I was a little kid in Indiana watching Chicago TV. He was on Channel 2 as the young guy.
Pretty cool memory.
Yeah, he was the new young guy that everybody watched in the Chicagoland area.
And Brent's a Big Ten guy, a Northwestern alumnus. Here's Anthony Cowan. Trying to find it.
Catch it and then go. He tried to run and catch, and he couldn't do it.
Wesson to Lyle back in. Loving used the shot fake. And then bounced it to Thompson, who has more points now than he did on Saturday night.
And half the shots, and he's been out there for about 3 minutes. Pretty good action. Hey, Thompson just read it, went to where he was supposed to be, caught it, and then made his play.
8-0 run for Ohio State. Mickens runner, no good. Follow, foul. Buckeyes on a hitting. Maryland trailing by 3 here in Columbus. Have heard so many of the greatest teams in the history of this sport. Do you have a couple teams that stand out to you?
Yeah, and it goes way back. When I was a student at Northwestern, the Wildcats would have made the NCAA tournament, but at that time, only 1 team per conference was invited into chance to make the tournament for the first time ever, and it was loaded.
They were. John Havlicek, a part of that. Jerry Lucas, as you mentioned. Hey, Brent, when you took over at NFL Today, did you have any basis? Like, was there anybody else doing that, or were you basically the first studio host?
George Irv Cross, of course, was another Big Ten athlete, and Irv Cross was a fine defensive back, and he was also a wide receiver. So it was a great start to the live pregame shows. Fellas today do a terrific job. They have a lot more time to fill than we did. We had 30 minutes. Now they've got upwards of 2 hours.
Brent Musburger giving us some time before he gets ready for his final broadcast. When we're done, he'll be at Rupp Arena with Jay Billis for Georgia and Kentucky. You mentioned your Northwestern ties. You spent so much time, Brent, in the Big Ten. And on the football side, I don't know if you could hear that Holy Buckeyes call we played going to the last break, but the Rose Bowl Big Ten football, I feel, has been a huge part of your career as well.
Absolutely. And one of the SIDs here at Kentucky came up with me and said privately, he said, I'm really an Ohio State fan. I have a job here at Kentucky. But he said, my favorite call of yours of all time was Holy Buckeye. And that was a great football game. Drew Brees, coached by Joe Tiller. They shot it out, and the Buckeyes prevailed in the end. So it was certainly a day that I remember. And loved the Big Ten. Did the basketball for a while. Loved the football with the Buckeye. Listen, the Ohio State-Michigan game stands out still as a great rivalry for me, and I called so many of them through the years. Vegas, I'm fire. Have a good one, guys.
We're coming to visit. We are coming. Oh, man.
Would that be fun?
So many bittersweet feelings, I think, for all of us who appreciate what he's done, love what he's meant for college sports, for the NFL, for the NBA.
To me, he was on this package for 5 years with Scott Johnson and the great Bart Fox. And you know what? Everybody that I know that has ever worked with Brent will tell you he made every game important. Didn't matter the game, and he made every game fun, which I believe. Going back as long as I can remember, when I heard Brent Musburger's voice, I thought this is a huge game, and this is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Now, Brent would be yelling at us right now, telling us to get back to this game. I will say this, though. I mean, it's Kentucky. It would be a big deal tonight with Jay and Rupp. I hope Brent just tells stories the whole time. Do whatever you want tonight, Brent. We can watch the game.
You think he'll reference anything? Over-unders?
Oh, I hope
Boys in
so.
the desert? The Maryland team at 19-2 that doesn't get a whole lot of respect. You know, I mean, you're 19-2, and look, they don't have a signature win, but they have beaten good teams. You know, they've beaten Oklahoma State. I don't know if that's a great team. Probably not. Kansas State. Pittsburgh has really fallen off, but they weren't awful back then. They lost to Pittsburgh. Excuse me. That's one of their losses. In the league, they really, you know, Indiana was a good win. But I don't care who you beat. You're 19-2.
Yeah, and 4-0 in league play on the road.
And 7 road wins already.
Jackson to Tchaikovsky, who is having a hard time under the basket getting a clean look. Herder, meanwhile, just flung one up and draws the foul.
So fascinating.
Stuff to talk about.
ISIS just a few hours ago in very blunt terms.
It may not be that emotional for Brent. He sounds totally happy, content. He is also, I think, going to be on with SVP for an interview, which will be must-see TV. Thompson fights for the off in the first half of this one. Trevor Thompson.
He wants to see more dribble penetration, and he wants him to reverse the ball a little bit more, guys.
Good stuff. Herder, no-look pass over to Jackson, who hit a couple shots early. Hadn't had a lot of looks since then. What a great no-look by Cowan. There's some coaches who feel like Maryland may be the best team in the country on these under-the-basket inbounds plays. Tchaikovsky missed the shot. He can play some more minutes tonight, getting back healthy. Loving attacks and scores.
That was pretty good. It just opened up for Loving. Tchaikovsky didn't quite get over there, but Loving with good patience. Herder flew by. Tchaikovsky couldn't get there.
Tie game, under 7 minutes to go, first half. Herder misses the three. Good rebound, Thompson. Williams lost it. It was
Melo Trimble. I don't believe it's about numbers this year. He's going to get his numbers. He's going to get to the foul line like he does. Or for a team to do, or for a guy to get out of a bunch of freshmen.
He's only played 7 minutes in this first half. He's back on the floor now. And he's got it with the shot clock down to 5. He thrives in these spots. Not that time. Rebound tipped around, and Jackson comes away with it and scores.
Well, that was big time by Dodd. Dodd was blocked out, but he kept fighting, and he got around Thompson and just kept it alive. Jackson finished it off, but that's the difference. They did not have him or Tchaikovsky for a while. Having Dodd makes a huge difference for that play right there and clogging the lane.
Tate. No good. Thompson fights for it. Also missed it from close range. But Tate kept it alive for Thompson, who's not much of an outside shooter. You see why.
Well, he had made a few before the Iowa game, but he is the opposite right now of Jackson. You know, Jackson from Maryland thinks he can throw anything in, and Thompson doesn't think he can make anything but a layup.
Here's Dodd. Cowan goes by Loving, the little guy, right to the basket.
That was a switch. Loving got caught a little bit late, but Cowan was already reading the defense, and the second he got the ball, the split second he got the ball, he knew Loving wasn't going to be able to get there and whoop them.
So fast. Loving finds an opening three.
Hey, right back action. Loving set up his cut, changed direction, spun Herder around. That's what a senior is supposed to do to a freshman.
It doesn't happen to Herder a lot. He's a really good defensive player, good passer. He finds the red-hot Jackson. And
the entire bench kind of put their head down for Ohio State like, look, you can't leave Jackson open. Maybe next week, you know, maybe Saturday, but not coming off the game he just had.
He's 5 for 5 again tonight. 3 for 3 from the outside. Thompson from the inside.
Boy, that was sweet, too. A little baseline runner action, which is also called triangle. Cam Williams comes sprinting from left to right. Trevor Thompson set the screen and got the ball. Nice action by Thad Matta.
This is the guy from the last few weeks, not the player from Saturday. Cowan finds Trimble for 3. No good. Dodd got his hands on it again. It's off of who? Thompson back on the bench now. Tate against Dodd. Picked up his dribble, though. I think he wanted to go.
He did, but Dodd was smart. Dodd forced him to his right hand. Didn't have anything off a second dribble.
Lyle steps back. Scores.
Let Lyle in the lane, you got problems. Keep Lyle outside the lane, you're in business.
Tied again. Here's Nickens for 3. Got fouled and hit the basket.
As I was the head coach at Bowling Green, I put it in my mouth and started shooting. I think the player ended up hating me, so it's all good.
I remember a game, maybe St. Mary's Gonzaga, which is still a great rivalry in the WCC. One of Randy Bennett's players for St. Mary's lost a tooth in the middle of a play. Picked it up off the floor. Williams found an opening. 3.
Telling me, he's ready to play. He's doing a great job. He's just cutting harder than the defense is defending him, and he's getting pretty good screens. You know, remember, when you cut, you have to sprint. You don't jog when you cut. Like right now, Nickens is just buried Cam Williams, but pretty good pickup by Tate.
Now they'll switch back. Trimble over to Cowan. Back to Trimble for 3, and he's still off the mark from the outside.
He's way off.
Yeah.
The first one or two were short. That one was dead left.
Tate. Another layup.
That's just Tate playing harder. Nickens was there to take a charge, backed out of it.
He's got 13. Ohio State has the lead back. Trimble looks a little frustrated. 1 of 5 from the field. Nickens catch and shoot. Perfect.
All right, you can get out of the way of a charge if you're going to drop 7 quick points as a shooter.
So what is
He's huge. Dave, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Nickens is a difference maker in the NCAA or Big Ten tournament or down the stretch of big games. Having a 6'6" guy that shoots it easy, quick, and that's his thing, is so huge in the tournaments.
Tate 3, way too strong. Don't interrupt me again.
God never will.
11 of his last 14 threes have gone down.
Yeah, and that's, look, The NCAA tournament's about making shots.
Cowan, the seas just parted.
They did. And nobody, and I mean, I'm looking down the court, and three guys, Williams, Potter, and Wesson, not one of them knows what happened. Like, they didn't see the ball. They have no idea.
Hey, back and forth first half. Potter dribbled it off his foot. No, he dribbled it off.
Is the key to this whole thing for Ohio State.
Well, Williams maybe had a look, handed it back to Lyle. Now it's Thompson with the size advantage, but he missed. 1-1 at the line. Tate misses the first one, and Herder on it, trying to secure the ball. Tell you what, boxing out.
In that, and it should be.
Tiny difference between game clock and shot clock. That is out of bounds off football. They're going to lose a ton of guys to the draft again. But my answer will be yes. Ohio State's going to be one of the very best teams in the country next year. Another great class coming in. They'll sign tomorrow. All right, so Maryland essentially wants to hold for the final look. We know the guy who likes to shoot these. He gives it up for Jackson, who finally missed one's change. Front end of the 1-and-1. Bender, I mean, this is on here. All right, that Mata is hot.
He should be.
Maryland smartly puts a little pressure on. Jackson will heave one. No good. And the 7 offensive rebounds in the first half. Didn't lead as directly to as much offense, though, for the Buckeyes. Well, Thompson didn't start the game. He's out there to start the second half, though. And he played pretty well. Going after Dodd. Fumbled it away. Lost it.
What a great play by Justin Jackson. First time Thompson had the ball, he doubled. Second time he read it.
Dodd slipped to the basket and got the dish from Herder.
Well, Dodd just ran, and Thompson, after the turnover, stopped playing. If the ball goes in again, don't watch the post. Watch number 21 in the yellow. He's the double guy off of Tate.
Mark Loving from that elbow area. Down low, Thompson. Jackson came and helped again and maybe forced the miss.
He did. He made Thompson bring the ball up from his knees, basically, short.
Meanwhile, Cowan beat everybody down the floor. The miss by Trimble, but there's Jackson.
And nobody rotated over. Jackson made a nice defensive play, ran the floor, read it, came to the proper side, opposite the ball, tipped it in.
Gosh, he's playing well.
He's really good. I mean, he plays all. He's Scottie Pippen.
Wow, with the first bucket of the second half. But Thad Matta already.
This is not who Thad Matta normally is. If you can't play for Thad Matta, you can't play for anybody, because he's a logical guy that'll explain things to you. But if you don't give an effort, he'll let you know, and good for him to do it.
Well, this was from a moment ago, but still, just to let you know that it didn't end after a few seconds. I mean, it went on and on and on. It went about another half minute from here, so we could just keep rolling it on.
But I think this team's a little tone deaf. Like, you know,
well, I mean, after all that, then look what happened out of the timeout.
Right in for a layup.
Jackson everywhere defensively. He blocked that shot.
That's right, Dan. I was listening in, and Thad Matta was yelling all about the effort from his players. He wants them to pick up their energy, especially in transition.
That's exactly right.
Well, Trimble had it blocked by Pot.
Take it upon himself to, and Mark Loving's going to do that.
I'm surprised Jackson didn't shoot. Instead, he passed to his teammate who missed the dunk.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play by Potter. Good to see him get excited.
Potter's done a few positive things here. Lyle, meanwhile, in traffic to Tate. Tate got double teamed. I think he knew Potter was open. He lays it in with the continuation play.
No doubt.
Tate completes the three-point play. Maybe that'll be the...
With angst, enthusiasm, urgency, whatever word you want to use, he plays with it.
By the way, those Maryland in the paint numbers, they should be better. Maryland has not finished around the rim very well tonight. Trimble struggled shooting, almost lost it. Cowan fumbled the catch. Now shoots the three. Jackson on the offensive glass. Best player on the floor tonight.
No doubt. Yeah, exactly. You can talk about Melo Trimble all you want. Jackson's the best. Jackson's Scottie Pippen.
Dodd.
Best passing center in the NBA, early 70s.
Okay.
We'll stop.
Yeah. Time to move back into the 21st century. Loving. Cut off on the baseline by Cowan. There's Tate against the shot blocker. Loving's got to go. Pulls up three. Good.
Caught the ball. He eyed Cowan. Knew he couldn't get past him. got him off just enough to lift up over him.
Well, since that timeout, things have improved for the Buckeyes. A 6-0 run here in the last couple minutes. Cowan,
really hard to keep in front.
Who's known for getting to the line.
That's true or not, but and it would be the first time a coach ever didn't tell the truth about one of his players.
Williams can't believe that one didn't go down.
Boy, he shot in the tough luck. He has gotten good looks.
Jackson for three. Yes!
He shoots it so quick. Like, you don't even have to watch the ball. All you got to do is watch how a guy catches and releases. He catches it, gets it to his shooting spot so quick, which means he's incredibly confident.
We are watching a star emerge for Maryland. This kid can play. Loving out of bounds, and nobody touched it. Defender, he's gotten his hands on some loose balls. He's pointing his teammates where to go.
And he's a freshman. Coming off a 28-point, 10-rebound game on a 19-2 team. Think he's any good?
6 of 7 from the field overall tonight. I mean, he has just been red hot going back to Saturday at Minnesota. There's Trimble. He needs one to go down. He missed it off the side of the backboard. Guess who? Jackson draws a wall-to-wall coverage with lots of the top kids making their...
He loses a lot. Ohio State's going to lose a lot, too, though.
Yep. As he told us in the first half when we had him on for a few minutes, what a great venue for his final game when we're done right here on ESPN. That was a difficult catch for Thompson.
Yeah, it was a good play, good look. Just threw it behind Thompson. Tough for a big guy when he jumps to catch a ball behind. You got to throw it in front.
Trimble lost it. I mean, Maryland's up 10 on the road, and Melo Trimble might be playing his worst game of the year.
What he's doing, which is very, very odd for him. Melo Trimble, and that's lift up. You stay low, you can absorb contact. You can play under.
With Melo's numbers, he continue to make that extra pass, but everything else, they're pretty happy.
Well, that coach just lied. I'm just telling you, that's the modern day. Don't say anything bad about a player. Look, I agree with Molly. They're not concerned about him, but I guarantee you, well, they're not frustrated with him. I guarantee you they are concerned.
Herter from Trimble missed the shot. Bender could not grab the rebound. Here's Loving. I thought he was going to pull the trigger. Instead, working his way closer and had nowhere to go with the ball. Got a little lucky that it came to Lyle. Lyle misses.
It's just disjointed. That's all it is. Like you said, Loving is making that shot for 4 years. You think just pull that and let's
Take
go.
it.
Yeah, let's go.
It's a good shot for them, don't you
think? It's a really good shot for him. Thus a good shot for them.
Trimble, quick move. Reverse is good.
Hey, Lyle nonchalant went out there, and Trimble just buried him going left.
It's his first basket since 19 seconds into the game. Thompson catch with the left hand.
Yeah, that time Lyle threw it up nice, and Thompson made a really strong catch and an even stronger move.
Trimble again. Oh, yes.
Right around Lyle, right around Loving, right around Thompson, right around Mata, right around everybody.
So the coach, he knew this was coming. We told Molly they're not worried at all.
He's right.
It's fine.
He knew.
Those are two sweet moves.
Oh, man.
By truly one of the best players in the country.
I think the best leader in the country.
Lyle got one that time.
You can't let him in the middle. He's terrific going into the middle. He'll bully you, he'll hip you, he'll arm you, whatever. He's just a big, strong kid that if he gets in the middle, it's over.
And the thing about Maryland coming into the year, nobody knew how much help Trimble was going to get. It turns out he's gotten a lot of help, especially from that talented freshman class. Tried to feed Herter.
He threw a hook pass upright.
No good. Williams for three. No. And a foul on Maryland for home games. They had one since the Christmas holiday.
Yeah, and don't forget, they sell beer in that joint, too.
Makes a difference with the noise. Out of the timeout, Maryland ball, LG Gill.
Bad matchup.
Yeah, and
that's not going to work out well.
Some things.
I think Gill's a key. A lot like Nickens. You know, you need that guy. Gill can make shots. He made them at Duquesne last year.
Cowan, top of the circle. Rebound Thompson. This lineup for Maryland, not quite the offensive firepower. Tate had the advantage on Gill. Nice dish to Thompson. Yes.
What's not to like about Tate? I love this lineup right now for Ohio State. I think this lineup, just watching them one time on defense and get down on offense, this is an energetic team.
Jalen Brantley, a little stop and go. Really had nowhere to go with the ball, and guess who comes away with it?
Absolutely. Now you got to keep attacking. I don't like it if I'm Ohio State. I'm not setting it up. There you go.
Jackson, three.
Absolutely.
Timeout, Maryland.
With Melo, Trimble, or some running on the baseline action.
Trimble back in, Jackson back in, Herder back in. Herder's been relatively quiet. They've set up Jackson down. And that's another good one. Jackson came up short.
Again, same thing. I would not let the ball die if I was Ohio State here. Just keep it moving or drive it.
How about that? Oh, Thompson just fumbled it away. He had a dunk. And now Thompson's struggling to get back on D. And he did finally get back. This place would have gotten wild.
Yeah, you can see Mark Turgeon let one possession go without this right here, but he's not going to let two. You're going to have to guard Trimble and Cowan.
Cowan flipped it over to Jackson. Back to Cowan. Passed up the three. Herder for three. Good.
Unbelievable. I mean, that is as clutch a kid. Look, the big baskets don't happen in the last 30 seconds. That was a huge basket by Kevin Herder to stem the tide for a little bit. But he's been doing that all year.
Only the second shot he's made all game. Here's Tate. Underneath. Good help from Dodd. Loving for three. The answer for Ohio State. Jackson had it stolen away by the other Jackson, CJ. Ohio State will get organized.
Yeah, not bad, though. They kept it moving, put some pressure on. Now see what you got. I think Loving or Tate.
Loving has looked like a much more confident player the last few minutes. Almost had it stolen away. Shot clock under 10. Jackson, three, and I think Herder got a piece of it. Loving saved it, and by as many as 10, and not that long ago. Defense has gotten a lot better for Ohio State. The lob, Dodd, a one-handed catch. He'll go
in for the stretch.
1 of 2 for Dodd. Thompson's limping a little bit. He collided a knee. He signaled to the bench that he needs to come out. And Ohio State ball down 4. Jackson finds Thompson. Yeah, I thought he was going to finish that one, and I don't know whether the knee impacted him or what. Now Tchaikovsky runs the floor for the dunk.
Right down Main Street. And Thompson's going to come out. Now he's limping. Thompson just needed to gather himself and go up. He got off balance, didn't gather. And then Tchaikovsky just whipped him down the floor.
Williams for three. A little too strong. I thought that was a good... Off the timeout. Nice catch and shoot for Cam Williams.
Yeah, Cam Williams has shot into some bad luck, but not there. You know, that was Greg Gard in that picture. Steve Lavin was in that. Aaron Anderson was in that picture. That was when Greg Gard was when he was an assistant.
Trimble to the basket. Missed the shot. Had a great look. Potter rebound.
He was more concerned, Trimble, with drawing contact than making the shot. You got to shoot this.
Loving for the tie. Yes! Said for the tie. They made a scoreboard adjustment. It was 64-60, so now a 1-point lead for Maryland. Herder, what a look for Cowan. Well, neither of those two freshmen wanted to shoot the three. Herder. Dish, Tchaikovsky dunk.
Well, they didn't want to shoot the three, but Herder's next time he got it was going to go make a play. He just whipped Ohio State down the lane with the second dribble. First dribble they guard. Second dribble's tough for Ohio State.
Now a three could tie. Williams finds Potter. He can shoot the three. The big man, no.
It's a great look, and he can shoot. If you're going to say, what does Potter do better than anything else offensively, it's shoot that ball right there.
I think in his career, he's going to make a lot of those.
I do, too.
Good defense by Jackson. He's given them a nice spark off the bench. Here's the other Jackson, who's been the star, but he's missed a couple in a row.
Yeah, he pulled the trigger, and that water's going to find its level. He's not going to keep making all of them.
Loving, blocking foul. Well, the last
bringing energy and defense.
Just a much better defensive team here in the last, what, 5, 6, 7 minutes of gameplay. Loving has been a difference player on offense. Not that time.
He needed one more dribble. You know, you get in there and you're 6'7". You just need one more dribble where you use your rear end, get rid of the defender, and then you can make your best jump to go lay it in.
Well, Potter, the big man, the freshman, barking out instructions. He's talking on defense, trying to defend that screen and roll. It's so hard with Trimble. I thought that one that he missed that one. Trimble just 3 of 11 shooting tonight. He has been on the move. That one out of bounds, and a shot clock. Here's Tate under the bucket. Tate. Loving found Tate again. Yes.
Hey, that was great by Loving. That was great because Brantley had come in the first time and rotated in front. He kept his dribble. Brantley went out, freeing up the post.
Cowan, look at that hesitation move for the freshman.
Hey, state champ. I'm telling you, this kid just has something. He just has it. Not afraid. He gave the business to Tate with, as you said, a little up and under hesitation. Tremendous, tremendous, fun team.
Now reach in.
Relax on the drive. You have to stay locked in.
Hard screen by Tate, and he got it back to score.
That was really nice. Tate just got ahead of steam, went right at Dodd. No chance.
Buckeyes have found a group to spark this team. Herder pull up. No. Dodd got a hand on it and lost it. Ohio State can take the lead with a basket. Tate wants it.
Oh, you might as well go to the middle ball screen with Dodd and Jackson. Excuse me, Tate, who's guarded by Dodd and Jackson here. They're going to do it right now.
Jackson fights through. C.J. Jackson gets it back. Shot clock at 3. Crossover move. Dodd there to swat it away. Herder leaking out with the outlet and the dunk finish.
Timeout coming.
Ohio State is going to catch their breath.
For him to set high ball screen, roll, keep the floor spread. There it is.
Every possession big. Here's Tate against Dodd. He has the quickness advantage. Loving. Cut off. Good Maryland defense.
And Thad Matta's going nuts because he thought they had a basket right there. He just turned and went and sat down.
Williams stripped away, and a foul call.
Down on Jayshawn Tate in the post.
Yeah, we'll see how long. Trimble fouled by Jackson. Wisconsin. Trimble gets it back. Had it knocked away. Bender with a nifty play. Here's Trimble for 3. Got it.
How does he get the ball? I mean, top of the key is where he has beaten a number of teams, including Wisconsin. That's his sweet spot late. What a shot.
His first made 3 of the night comes at a huge time. Loving. 2 shot fakes, now wide open for 2.
Well, that was nice by Loving. He took his time, became a senior right there. Senior takes the shot. He took it, made it.
He's played well.
Really well, offensively.
Herder might have gotten away with one.
Yeah, C.J. Jackson overplayed Trimble.
Here's Justin Jackson. No good. Ohio State can tie with a 2, lead with a 3. Wesson, the freshman, hands it to the senior. Loving, no. And Bender grabs a very important rebound.
The whole set was designed for Mark Loving there. Pretty good defense. Now this has to be Trimble. He didn't touch it last possession. He's got to hold on to it, make the play at the end.
Shot clock at 10. Trimble uses 2 screens. Hesitation. Goes to the basket with the roll. And Cowan almost forced a turnover there. Buckeyes with the ball down 4. Jackson, no, but we'll see. First one, short, rebound, Loving. Blocked by Herder. Loving, Ohio State ball.
Got to get it out of there.
Tate tried to bounce it to Loving and threw it out of bounds, and he cannot believe it.
Whipped Jackson to the ball.
Well, Herder wants a timeout. They defended it better that NBA. Herder, nice entry to Trimble, and now precious seconds ticking away. Ohio State's got to get there. Finally, they do. First free throw attempts of the game, and he calmly made. We're current. We're hip. Point game. Ohio State's got to go fast. Tate knows it. Jackson, this one has to go down, and off the backboard, Trimble comes away with it. They did not blow the whistle. He throws it over to Cowan. The horn will sound, and Maryland survives to stay undefeated on the road, and they had to earn